Nobody flipping packs now. I just did 3.
Yo, welcome to WLVS Radio. You're tuned into the open bar.
Salute.
Salute. Yo, what's today's date?
Today's date is 11/21.
11/21. Did you play that number? I know you don't play the numbers. Did you play that? 11/21?
Nah, I haven't played the number.
Y'all believe in that?
I do. I play it every day.
What are the odds?
Well, I won twice this month so far.
Okay.
But box. My number is 1503. So don't y'all play. Damn, why did I give my number away?
It's like you can't tell me nothing.
I won twice, but it came out.
How much did you give to the church?
10%, $20. It was box.
That's right. Bring all of it.
I bring it home.
All of the time.
I am Hot Ron, your neighborhood bartender. What's good? What's good, people? What up, Redbeard? The truth?
What's going on?
You're not as angry today. I mean, you're smiling.
I'm not angry at all. Anytime.
You must have got your balls licked or something this weekend. But anyway,
Or maybe-
PDO is in the building. What's up?
What's going on, man, people?
How are you, sir?
Everything is well, man.
You ready to give them some love and some knowledge?
Man, love, sex, and relationships, man.
That's your
touch
thing.
every part of life, man.
That's your thing. I was watching, what's that movie, What a Woman Wants? And I thought about you, PDO. So I know you be getting in their heads, boy. You know what I'm saying?
What a woman wants? What is that?
You ever saw the movie with Mel Gibson?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you got to see it. But how he can hear.
I get it, yeah.
He was able to hear what a woman was thinking.
Her real heart, yeah.
Oh, he was hearing what they were thinking. He got struck by lightning and he got the gift to be able to hear. So
So he could tell what their real emotion was.
what that was, yeah. So anyway, can't you do that? You kind of.
I'm not really a whisperer or anything like that. But some of it's repetitive and
Oh, you can figure it out, right?
yeah.
So don't y'all judge me. I'm gonna ask y'all not to judge me in advance. So this weekend was the first time that I saw the movie Get Out. Have y'all seen that?
Heck yeah, man.
Oh,
First of all, you have
First of
seen
all.
it. I haven't seen it.
you haven't seen it? Oh, okay,
You ever
good.
seen
So
Get
I don't
Out?
feel bad.
Oh man, come
look,
on, man.
But I tell you,
Look,
listen.
I got the bootleg copy and everything. I
Listen.
still ain't seen it.
Get Out's probably going to be arguably the best.
I was so impressed.
It's going to be the best movie of
It was awesome.
2017. Straight up,
You think so?
it's going to be competing. I don't know what's competing with it.
I can't think of nothing else to compete with that.
It was a good
the,
movie,
The crazy thing about it, I was expecting it to be scary. It wasn't scary, and it was quite revengeful at the end. And it was everything about it was amazing. I don't want to give it away.
Now I've seen parts of it, right?
Man, no.
But I just can't get into it yet.
No, it's a great movie, and not only that, man.
Like I fell asleep when they got pulled over by the car.
Oh, by the cop. Oh yeah, that was part.
yeah.
No, man, you got to stay with it, man. It's a
And
great
then
movie.
then I seen that at the end when he's, I guess, getting some type of revenge or something.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look,
we
the
don't
thing
talk
is
about
this though, they have you can actually go online. They have some video. These guys, I guess, who are really into it, unlock some of the secrets of it because some of the stuff you don't really catch, like watching it one time.
Right.
But when you unlock the secrets of it and really talk about the movie and how to get into it, I'm not gonna spoil it. I mean,
Well, I mean, people should have seen
Everybody's
it by now,
seen it
so
by
we can
now.
talk. The only person that haven't seen it was Redberry because he's so.
oh, you
mean.
actually saw it, right?
I saw it this weekend. It was the first time.
It was
and
great,
when I tell
man.
you, I watched it twice back to back. That's how good it was. And it was just like, it was just weird. Like even from the beginning when the guy got kidnapped in the beginning, how his story came about.
The very first dude. See,
The very-
you don't even catch that. He's
You don't know
He's
that-
already the grandfather.
He's the
right?
grandfather. So they were taking black people for their bodies and putting old white people brains inside them and turn them.
And extending their life,
Extending their lives a little longer,
through
so.
the actual other person.
Because you're like, why is this young black kid with this old white woman? And then you figure out, oh, that's the grandfather actually. So
Yeah, exactly. Living through the young black guy's body, and they would actually auction off these black kids to the highest bidder in this this white elite group, and they would be actually looking at like your muscle, your athletic build,
Right.
like, oh, he's great at this or that,
So it's more like a type of a Shallow Hal type of thing, where they they pictured them as someone else.
where the daughter would go out and she would recruit pretty much these black guys. She would date them. She was a fine, nice little, some black men. We gonna talk about that. We love our vanilla sisters.
We like, yeah,
Right, and so
She wasn't all that fine.
Snowflake.
well, I mean,
She's a cutie.
She was sexy though.
She was cutie.
She was sexy.
She was
she had
alright.
sex appeal. You would.
If you saw her in real life, she's
different on screen than it is like.
Okay. No. I'm just saying from what I seen in the movie, I was like, she's just your
even in the
white
movie
girl.
there was certain, like especially like when they did their somewhat
Oh, let me
sex
say, did you
scenes.
say if you saw her in real life, you would actually you date her?
I'm saying like standards are different.
True.
Right.
I mean, yeah. I
Right.
mean, but she didn't look that bad to me. I mean,
She's a typical.
Now, would you date her?
would you date her? Yeah, she could get some attention.
I'm gonna get off.
Right. To me, she was a typical
She could get
white
some
girl
attention.
that most. There she is.
She could get some
She's
attention.
a typical white woman that most black dudes who date white women go for.
Huh?
I don't know.
She is.
Nah.
I think so.
Hey, listen.
Nah.
I tell you this. I like her better than like Ice-T's wife Coco. Like Coco. You know, of course she's voluptuous, right? But at times she can look a little masculine. You know what I'm saying? In the face, hard. I don't like that. I like them soft.
So you didn't like China Doll? I'm
No.
just joking. I'm just joking. Coco is hot, but Coco has a really nice butt video, which y'all gotta check her butt video.
Yeah, Coco's
She's awesome.
She's great to look
But
at.
Get Out, if you haven't seen it, you definitely.
It's gonna be the number one picture of 2017.
It was
man.
absolutely everything about it was when it.
Jordan Peele, man.
Oh, he played
hit
that
it.
role.
No. That's Jordan Peele wrote
That's
it.
the
And
real-
Right,
Mm,
yeah, the comedian. I mean, the one from
Key and Peele.
Key.
Yeah. So I'm just saying he hit home run, man.
But I'm talking about the guy that actually played.
Yeah, I don't know what his name is.
He was amazing.
But he was. And the crazy thing about it is, this dude has an English accent.
Oh, he does. You didn't hear it then.
Like,
Daniel
yeah.
Kaluuya.
And he has an English. His regular, like Idris Elba, he can speak English, and you think he's just English, like he did in this movie.
Oh yeah.
But his natural accent is English.
He's in an episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, Black Mirror.
He did a cop movie too, man. Out of nowhere, man. He was like acting like a totally different dude. It was hard to believe at first, but he's actually a good actor.
Well, I've seen him on several like independent YouTube movies. That
Okay.
and he always plays these like crazy, but he makes the weirdest facial expressions throughout that movie. That was the whole catcher. His facial expressions were like, "What the hell?"
They were dead on.
They were crazy, and even the way he looked, like from when the brother kind of like attacked him, the way he looked at him, I was like, "Yeah, that would have been me." So anyway, it was a great movie. It was great.
Yeah.
Another thing I did, I went to the Janet Jackson concert. Now, let me tell you this. I know y'all not big Janet fans, but if y'all would have went to that show, y'all would have thought she was the bomb.
I went to Janet's show before.
We went to 2 Janet concerts, right?
Well,
We went to
I
2.
think it's probably hard when you go to her show because all her fans are there, so they hyping her up, making her seem bigger than it really is.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
Weren't her dance moves, weren't they old? They were like dated.
I mean,
Like-
she
they were
did.
like
she
90s
did.
moves.
She did the dance moves from the song. She did everything was the same. She actually sung. She did not lip sync at all. I was surprised by that. Like you could tell she was singing.
It was her.
You could tell that was her.
But she's
Nice.
always done that though.
Nice.
Well, the seats that I normally get with you are normally further back. So this time I was close, so I can see that she
No,
was.
we
Actually,
had good seats. I don't know about you this time.
well, this time I was in the 100 block. So
You was in the first row, like the 100, when you went with me. But
okay, but anyway, but she was singing, she was dancing. I think she looked younger than she's ever looked before. She looked great. She was
Man.
beautiful. She had this,
Those personal trainers in Hollywood can do amazing work. Huh?
I don't know what they did because I was seeing pictures of her when she was married to her husband.
And she was looking real
She was
frumpy. and-
huge.
She was frumpy and kind of like.
But if you look at Janet now, she's amazing. Like she was just every dance was on point. She did every song that came out from Nasty Girls to everything. Did all the moves.
yeah,
she was
Janet,
awesome.
Janet is
did
like
did she still do rope burn?
She didn't do none of that sexy stuff. Unfortunately, she did. It was more like a state of the whatever tour. So she did all like the Rhythm Nation stuff.
Okay.
It was nothing sexy. Like you remember when we went, we were trying to get on stage, and so she was tying dudes up and freaking on them. She didn't do that. So
she seems like my
I think you ruined that.
Janet's like my
I
ex-girlfriend.
ruined it.
Yeah,
Why
because
you
you was
say I
trying to
ruined
get.
I know. I was.
You was a male groupie.
I was like, let me up on that stage. But Janet, she did it. It was a great.
I
show.
used to date the Janet Jackson that was on our Arsenio Hall show before she did the surgery and everything. Like her face looks different to me.
You dated the real Janet? You saying?
No,
Oh, you say you like? Oh, I'm about to say, wow. Yeah,
No, that's my girlfriend in my mind.
So you had the whole Dream Street
Yeah, I love Janet Jackson
Back in the
when
day.
she was
You didn't
on
like.
Arsenio Hall show because she had her regular face.
We say Arsenio Hall. You mean like doing Control?
It was during that time.
Doing Control. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, right after Control. Yeah, and she came on the show, was interviewed. I mean, I was in love with her then, man.
She don't look like she had much work done to me though.
Nah, she's definitely changed. It's just been so long.
Well, it was funny because she broke down in her concert. She was making fun of all the rumors that was going out. Like she said, you say that I got ribs taken out. She said that might be true, and then she said everybody say that me and Michael are the same person, and she was funny. It was a good show.
I was gonna say I don't get why her and Michael talk with those high voices like that.
On stage, they
Well,
don't,
well, that's because I guess they were taught to talk softer.
Yeah,
Because you see, the whole family pretty much does it.
that's
Was it because
true.
they were scared of their dad?
Pretty much.
Well, I guess that's probably how their dad probably told them to talk if you want to make it. So because you already, black one,
Okay.
and you're coming up 50s and 60s, and
Okay.
you're like,
Interesting.
so now you got to soften up so people will take to you instead of
talk
take
like that?
offense to you.
Man, that was crazy. Like,
I mean, we had to change up a lot of things just to be accepted.
but
And we didn't just want to be accepted; we wanted to be the best.
well, this is true, but I mean, I think it's just strange. Like, isn't it? Who is that female singer who Shantae?
Michelet?
Michelet,
yeah.
But that's her real voice. She can,
She sings in
but she
strong voice, but
and
she
it-
talk.
but she
because
talks.
The thing is her vocal cord. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a not a disease, but a disorder where her vocal cord doesn't when she speaks, but when she sings, she's able to push it back and it
Yeah.
comes out.
Okay.
But Fantasia has the same situation. If you know,
Nah,
it's not as bad.
that got a raspy voice.
Fantasia.
But I knew this one lady at high school who talked like Michelet too. So
Yeah. Well, Fantasia does have that just a little bit. If she's not talking alert,
But then she
like a duck.
didn't after a couple drinks.
right.
turns into to Donald Duck.
Shout out to Jeffrey Banks who listened to the show. To my frat brother Jeffrey Banks, he said that Janet wore a fat suit when she was pregnant. She wasn't really fat.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Well, you need to give us the information because you seem to know a lot.
Yeah.
He knows a lot. But because she looked really big when she was pregnant. But yeah, the Janet Jackson concert was awesome. Great show. My next show next week. I can't wait to see Escape. I'll be able to tell y'all that.
Why
Why didn't you go to see Lady Gaga? She was there Sunday night.
I'm not really a Lady Gaga fan. That's more so your type of thing. But
Hey,
you like Lady Gaga?
There's nothing wrong with her.
I ain't saying nothing wrong with her. Do you like her?
She's okay.
You like her music?
It's okay.
What did she
Hey,
say? You don't even know what
I'm
she
not
said.
really into Lady Gaga's music. I like Lady
Poker
Gaga.
Face.
That's the only song. That's the only song black people know. Is Poker Face.
I know a couple other songs.
Hey, I think she really can sing.
She can.
But
she can.
and
But I
like
think she
her.
puts on a great show.
She does.
I like her exactly, but I don't think I'm into her music though. I just like her as a
There's
person.
certain songs I can roll with.
She's calmed down quite a bit since her earlier albums.
Well, she got.
She's about to get married now.
I mean, she's been in the game now for about 6-7 years now, right?
Yeah.
No, longer than that.
I mean, she probably been doing music long. I know, but what I'm saying is that before her first record came out was 7 years ago, right?
I think it's longer than that.
It's been way longer. Well, I know. Shout out to Herbert. From the man that's beating on Tamar. He was her man.
Vince Herbert.
Vince Herbert. He's the one taking care. He put her out, bought her out. So
Hey.
we're gonna talk about that. in
But
Hot Topics.
and they talked about this before. L.A. Reid had the opportunity to put her out with Def Jam.
Lady Gaga.
Yes, and he
Oh, wow.
turned her down.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he almost lost Pink from doing the same thing. But I think who stood up for Pink? I don't know. But yeah. Speaking of Pink, but we're gonna talk about that doing Hot Topics doing talking about the what do they call
American Music
American
Awards.
AMAs. That was a great thing. So we're gonna go to a quick song. We come right back with our drink of the day along with some hot topics. Give us a call at 202-656-1BAR. Yo, welcome back to WLVS Radio. You're tuning to the open bar.
Salud.
Salute. Yo, my favorite part of the show, of course, because I'm a drinker, is our drink of the day. Today we have the epic golden shower. It is the golden shower with the ingredients we got. This is made with our choice of white liquors, which Dave is really tired of. This is our last week. We retiring white liquor after the day. I promise. In your pocket show. But anyway, our choice of white liquors, vodka, gin, tequila, etc. Triple sec, along with a splash of pineapple juice and a slight stint of tonic to give it a little, a little spritz spray. Past, of course, is nothing. It's bringing tonic and pineapple juice. So
Nice.
he don't know how much you like it. Uh-oh. But anyway, salute. Go in the shower. It doesn't taste like urinating.
Golden
do it?
shower, yeah.
Who knows what urinate tastes like?
I don't know. I mean, that's something you might not. Well, I guess you pretty much all tasted urine before.
Absolutely.
If you eat vagina, you think you taste urinate?
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure you have.
He said fair.
You most definitely have.
You don't think you taste it?
No, definitely.
No. But I went to a strip club and I saw this lady. She did this thing with this water with the bottle and it pulled up and then she like her show. She would push it on you. To me, that was nasty. I said, "You do that to me, I'm gonna kick you dead." That was nasty.
What did she do? Push the bottle out of her vagina?
She was able to take the water, suction
Up in her vagina?
from the water bottle.
Out of a bottle.
And then she would,
Spray it out on you.
and it would come out like hard. It was some sort of talent she
She
had.
squirted, yeah.
She's a squirter. We got a squirter.
Would you
we
be
got a
insulted
squirter.
about something like that if you're at a strip club and somebody did that?
Yeah, I definitely don't want to go that far in the strip club. Unless
I mean, unless you gotta change the clothes and you already prepared for it, right?
yeah, you definitely are wilding out at the end of the night. You already sweated. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I thought it was nasty when the way I looked at it. I was like, ugh, I couldn't do it. But hey, teach his own.
It
You
depends
know?
how many drinks you had, probably.
I
You might
think.
be like, bring it on. Do it again.
I mean, but who haven't had a squirter before?
A lot of people haven't experienced a squirter.
Have you
before.
experienced a squirter before?
No, I have not.
Oh. I mean, that's why my beard is growing in pretty nice. But anyway,
That look like that Beijing again.
this is real. Now, this is nothing. This is all me, natural. I'm letting it grow. But
We have a little over a week left for
Another
no
week for No
shave,
Shave.
November.
So hopefully I'll see what is going to happen.
You're still gonna be bald.
Well, I'll be bald here, but this is coming in nicely. I have to admit, I was a little
if you
discouraged.
pencil it in enough, people, you can have a nice beard too.
This is why can't y'all believe this is natural? Look at it. It's nothing. Look. Do you see anything coming on my head?
Yes, look,
It
your
does
nails
not.
dirty as I don't know
But
what.
that's because I put grease
put
on it.
a flash.
That's because I put grease on it. But no, this is all me. This is natural. I ain't got the. I'm still
No Beijing.
no Beijing. Unfortunately, I am straight from Mandingo, but literally, yeah. But anyway, yo, check our shirts out. Dave is rocking.
Open bar Tuesdays.
Open bar Tuesdays. Open bar shirts.
You can get them at openbartuesdays@gmail.com.
Yeah.
We do have some sweatshirts left and some other white T-shirts right now.
Oh yeah.
So we do have some.
And we're gonna have some that's gonna be this color too.
No,
That's
we're
why
not.
I bought it.
No, we're not.
It's gonna be tone. Whatever.
We're not having nothing that ugly. We would not be. We will not be part of that solution.
Well, you know what? So lately, I've been like really into this old sweater kick. I don't know about you guys. Have y'all?
It's kind of cool, and you don't have to wear a coat. You can wear a sweater.
Well,
now,
I
so.
have I have a million sweaters. This is one of my favorite. You don't like my sweater, Dave?
That looks like something that
It look like skin. That's
that,
what I like.
no,
about
it looks
I
like it looks like if you ever moved before, the
Blankets.
the blankets that you move with. Oh, see, I ain't even have to say it. You already knew, right?
But it's really comfortable.
It looked like
But it looks like you can't exhale. Honestly, it looks like you won't exhale.
Oh yeah, because it's my stomach.
Just
I ain't
let it all out.
wearing my Myrtle today, so I got to look. All right. Oh,
He went on you. He said you look like a waffle.
Oh my God, I see white people. Oh my God. What? Well, this is my waffle sweater. But anyway, I'm into my whole sweater thing. Yo, let's go into some hot topics. Y'all ready?
Let's talk about it.
So, of course, all y'all sports fanatic know Ray Allen.
Right. Basketball player.
Basketball player Ray Allen.
Yes.
So right now he's in the media now about he's been stalked by a catfish. So what happened was he was being catfished by a dude. The dude, he thought he was talking to a woman. So they've been going back and forth. He's married, just had a baby or whatever. His
he has 4 kids.
4 kids, yeah, and his wife actually owns a boutique in I think L.A. or something like
Miami.
that. Miami.
So he thought he was. Hold on, he was kind of cheating.
Allegedly,
it was only on the internet.
It was on the internet. It was some sexting going on. So the dude,
they've been married for 8 years.
Him and his wife.
His wife been married. So
and they got 4 kids together.
But the thing is, allegedly there was some texting going back and forth. But he thought he was talking to
a woman.
But not only one. The dude actually catfished them with like 2 or 3 women or something like that. And so he thought he was talking to an actual women, to 3 women, but it was mainly like sexual stuff going on. So this dude
dude had been sending him pictures of other women, right?
He finds out that it's a dude that's been doing it. So the dude has been stalking him and trying to extort money from him. And at one point, Ray Allen did pay him a certain amount, but I guess that wasn't good enough. At this point, Ray said, "Well, fuck it, let's just let it out in the air." So now he's he got a court case going up towards the guy. So hopefully the guy will be going to jail soon for extortion. Yeah. So
I ain't heard anything about that, but man, that's unfortunate. It's kind of like, man.
And the thing about
it,
he got Kevin Hart.
I guess it's hard because I guess you want to believe that you know what you're doing online, but it's like, why would you start a relationship with somebody just offline only? Like,
dude, you're 40 years old. If you haven't been online, why are you gonna start? You've been out the game. Look, you've been out of the NBA for almost 5 years now, so you've been out the game and you've been married 8 years.
Yeah, but go to the club, man, and meet a girl. And look,
but he's married. He's married, so you can't.
But
you
I know
can't
they
do
got
that.
escorts that would like take.
But see, the thing is, I don't think that he was really trying to cheat. He probably was just doing some, flirting online.
Boy.
I don't think they was actually going to meet.
You know when you get those requests on Facebook and the person just got on Facebook and they got 3 friends.
Right. Yeah, I don't believe it. I'd be like, oh hell no.
And I see. First of all, if we don't have a mutual friend in there, and I don't know you personally. I'm not accepting the request.
And it's a super gorgeous woman on the profile, right?
Yeah, and you you became single yesterday or something like that.
All right, you got 2 pictures to get all total, and you just got on Facebook 2 years ago. 2 days ago, and then you're like sending all these friend requests out, and so it's kind of like, man, look, you're not that gorgeous. Why are you sending me out of the blue sky friend requests? And I got again. I just don't see why people will start a serious relationship online.
My thing is,
it's got to be guys with these girls' pictures doing that.
Well, I met this one. I didn't meet her, but we were talking online. She lived somewhere in like Sweden or somewhere. I don't know where. Looked like the picture's beautiful. I knew it wasn't real, so I just kept the conversation going. So we were talking for about a good 2 months, and then she asked me, "I need money to go," and she was like, and so she asked me for money to send her.
You sent her?
No.
You sent her 50
I
cents.
never really cared about her. I was just talking just to be talking, and she'll come on.
You got your feelings hurt.
I did not get my feelings hurt because I ain't sending her no money.
You were mad when she asked you for the money because then you knew it was fake.
No, I always knew it was fake because, like I said, it was one of them things where
I had a friend indeed.
It was like she ain't had hardly no friends, and she was too pretty. She kept sending me all these naked pictures, so it was just it was fun.
It's interesting.
So I ain't sending her none of mine. You ain't gonna have me out there because I got a few movies out there I can't. Trying to get rid of. Anyway,
so I guess you trying to sell them then, huh? So I got a couple movies you trying to get rid of.
Trying to get rid of, yeah. But anyway,
trying to get your Ray J on now.
Unfortunately, this person who I'm about to report on, I'm kind of sad to say about this news. So the Obamas are back in the news.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
is it for a good thing?
No. Unfortunately, Malia, is that how you say
Malia.
it? Malia
Mhm.
Obama. She's a freshman at
Harvard.
Harvard.
Okay.
So, which I don't think is a bad thing, but the media just turned it all around. So I guess apparently she's dating. So there's a video been posted on TMZ of her kissing this little white guy. They making out in the parking lot.
Okay. She's in college.
Right, leave
She
her
took
alone. Why not?
She took a year off, so she's well over the age.
She's 22.
No,
What,
she's
21?
not. She's 19, 20.
20 at least.
19, 20. Yeah, her dad's not president anymore, and we still in their business. Let them live. They're teenagers. Let them do teenage things.
Right, she got cameras following her everywhere, right?
I mean, no one said too much when the Bush's daughters were doing everything.
Nobody, they weren't even in
son.
the media, but unfortunately,
until they got in some real trouble.
well, unfortunately, since Barack, he left.
He's a wholesome, good values
He's
guy.
a host, and he left his terms as president without a clean slate. They got to find something, so they're pushing it on the daughters. Then wait till that little young one grow up. It's going.
She about to get all that attention.
She
y'all.
going. Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
She's gonna sneak and do everything.
Sasha.
I think she's gonna be a little more smarter about it.
I wish my son could
don't
meet
know.
Sasha.
Because if you look at let's talk about like Princess Di's two boys. The oldest one probably really did a lot, but he kept it under the wraps till and now he's married. But that young one just putting it out there.
Which
Harry.
with Harry,
Harry.
Yeah, Harry's dating the young lady from.
a black woman, right? That's what.
Yeah, she's a black girl from. She started in that series Suits,
Oh wow.
but she might. I don't know what her name is, but she's like kind of mixed or something like that. She's a good looking girl though.
They would never let her be the princess.
She's like a black Kardashian almost.
She's pretty. He did a good
Still
job.
not good enough.
Yeah.
Not to be the princess.
No, well, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, they're gonna be like.
Yeah, she's nice. We like
They
her,
gonna-
but
they gonna be the
she's
big-
not the
You
one.
don't think so?
They gonna like when she came back from the royal hairdresser, they was like.
You know what's gonna happen though? Because I think
Them nigga naps.
I think
Just kidding.
I
Just
think
kidding.
Rihanna moving up in there though. Rihanna is gonna steal
And
Harry.
Rihanna is not going
She
nowhere.
gonna be the next princess.
Rihanna is a thought.
Oh wow.
She's a thought.
The
comedian.
words expressed by the pastors, not that of the open bar.
I mean,
Hey, but
for royalty,
everybody likes thoughts.
For royalty, she's
Everybody
a thought.
likes thoughts.
She's not a thought in general population.
I hate
She's
that
a-
word
she's
with
a
a
thought-
passion. Oh my
she's
God.
a thought by royal standards. You know what I'm saying? If you dress a certain way, you let your thighs show and your legs and your breasts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Royal standards, you can't do that.
Right.
As the queen, the princess,
Wow. Well,
Duchess.
or yeah, all of that.
no, the Duchess. What's her name? Fergie with the red hair. She was wild. Y'all remember her?
Yeah.
She was off the chain. Moving on to some more American news. As y'all know, the AMAs came on. Was it yesterday? No, it was Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Black media, Black Twitter is really going in. They didn't feel there was enough diversity there. Pretty much the only black person that performed, I think, was Diana Ross. But
Yeah.
she did an excellent job, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Diana Ross. She's the queen.
The big
Well, she's not the queen.
I think
Aretha's
so.
the queen.
No.
Speaking of Aretha, but we lost Aretha.
No, we didn't.
No,
No,
we thought Della
Della.
Reese.
Yeah, that Aretha.
But I was gonna bring that up.
they did.
She died?
That came out today, so I don't know. Maybe you need to check the feed.
Aretha Franklin did. You think it wouldn't be as big as you?
I don't know. I haven't really listened to a radio.
Aretha ain't dead. That's bad because it'd have been more. It'd have been more. But anyway, back to the AMAs before we move on about talking about deaths of the week of the month. So a lot of big thing. The media is mad about.
Nope. She's good. She said, I'm doing well.
Everybody know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Aretha. No,
We don't know
but
more
they
about
said it. I don't know where the story came from. and I
Well, the
don't
same
think
day
it was
Eddie
him.
Murphy died like 3 times. Remember? So he's still.
He died more than that. He
Right.
died like every
He
week.
Shoot.
died for
She
a
ain't died
minute.
more than my girl Betty White
I thought Betty was dead
from
for
Golden
years.
Girls.
Yeah.
Betty 90, right? 91?
95.
No,
something
Betty is
like that.
dead now.
No,
No,
she's
she's
not.
not.
Betty is
No,
dead.
she's
Don't
not.
start that, man. She already died 25 times, man. Don't
Betty
do that.
White is dead.
No,
she
she's
did.
not.
All of them died
She's
from
like
Golden Girls.
no, she's 90.
Is she dead? She had to die.
No, she was born in 22. She's 95.
Jeez.
But she died. She died like
She's
last
95.
year.
There is no death.
She's still
Oh,
alive,
wow.
man. And she's still telling jokes.
You know what? I'm going to go back to AMAs, but if you look at, did y'all watch The Golden Girls?
I did. I mean, I saw some episodes. It wasn't like a.
You wasn't a big fan?
I wasn't
then you wouldn't
religious
get this
on
joke then. Because I
was.
kind of thought, I was kind of like, them some good, sexy old women if you look at the show.
Only one that I ever thought about was what's her?
Betty?
No, Blanche.
Blanche.
But no, there's episodes where you see where like
Dorothy.
Dorothy was hot, and one episode when she thought she was sick, and they all had that hot one except the mother, the little
Yeah,
old
yeah,
mother.
because actually
Estelle.
Betty White wasn't
Estelle
bad looking either.
Betty White did remember the scenes when Betty was giving it up to the guy. I was like, okay,
She was
Betty's
just too
sick.
ghostly for me.
No, Betty was definitely, she was a true blonde. Like, she was a blonde on there. Like
She was ditzy, yes.
dumb blonde, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So-
but her, Blanche, they were kind of all right for their age.
So if we had to say a men golden group, and who character now who y'all think would be the Betty Wright of our group, or the Rose of the group,
Of what group?
the dumb blonde of us four, our four group.
The dumb that'd be you. Buddy.
I would be the dumb blonde.
That would be you.
So who would be the whore? Who would be
Chitty.
Chitty
Country.
would be the whore.
Country.
Yeah, he definitely would be Dorothy because he's just mean and angry.
No, I probably would be Dorothy.
No, because Dorothy was. She had like
No,
she always
the,
that was
had
the tallest
mother,
one.
The mother was
no, she always had something smart to say. I think you would be more than the mother because the mother gave good advice and she kept everything.
No, the mother always
she
was
gotta keep it
smart.
real.
But she was smart. But
she
she
kept
was
real.
she who they went to for like good advice.
Yeah, she's like, what are you arguing over
Right.
for, right?
But Dorothy was always like, she'd be like, Rose, pass me that newspaper. You know how many times David hit me with a newspaper? I was like, I would have called me the Blanche. I thought I'm a little.
No, you definitely.
No,
would.
see, you want to be the Blanche.
So I would
You
be
want to
Rose.
be the hoe.
So I would be the dumb blonde.
Yes, you would be.
I get that a lot.
Hey, listen, you asked for it, man. You set yourself up for that whole.
I get that a lot. You definitely do.
That whole
though.
segment was kind of awkward. All right.
Yeah, that was awkward. Anyway, back to the AMAs. A lot of black Twitter went crazy too because they did a tribute to the sweet Whitney Houston, and people say that Christina Aguilera did a terrible job. I thought she was okay. It sounded like she was sick and hoarse.
I'll say this: I didn't watch the AMAs, but I saw like it was clips like kind of
Right.
passing it or whatever.
Can we see a clip of that? Do we have a clip of that?
It's a long because she did. So we don't want to.
I mean, just the
thing.
beginning of it.
But I'm just saying, it looked like it was very white.
Yeah, it was.
Christina Aguilera
And the
doing
AMAs.
was
The AMAs 2017 Whitney Houston tribute. But I think a lot of people said that they could have picked a lot of people. Like right now, Deborah Cox just came off tour, Broadway doing the Whitney Houston tribute. They could have used her. They could have used
Fantasia, of course.
Or Jennifer
Well, see,
Hudson.
the thing about it is they used a big name.
Jennifer Hudson is the biggest thing out now.
No, she's not.
I mean,
No,
she's
she's
on the
not.
show.
She's
She's
not.
the biggest thing.
Not the biggest, but she's bigger than Christina Aguilera.
No,
right
she's
now.
not.
You don't think so?
She's never been bigger than Christina Aguilera. Not even before Christina
Here's my question. They just did a movie for Whitney Houston. Why were they tributing to her? And I know there's a lot of people who love Whitney, man, but
you about to get you boy.
I loved Whitney back in the day. But I don't know why
This-
we still
This
tributing to
Whitney
her.
fan right here about to beat you down.
I don't know. I'm fine.
Why are we
you
still
know.
tributing to Whitney though?
Because she was like
We
the
didn't give her
voice-
enough love.
No, she's the voice. Just Michael Jackson still. These people are like timeless. They're never gonna.
Michael was on a different level than Whitney to me.
So this is Christina Aguilera. See how deep her voice
I
is.
would only be in your way.
She looks sexy though.
She's trying to do all Whitney's moves.
So I go, but I know I'll
lips,
think of you.
Them lip shots.
Wow.
The way
She's probably stuck in the cut.
Right.
The Kylie Jenner. What the hell is doing?
I mean, she's all right. I just think she's having a bad. She had a bad night. But we can go out. Yo, I think she did all
I
right.
don't think what.
I mean, you
what
gotta
was so
listen
bad
more.
about it?
It wasn't bad, but there's
What,
just so much.
what did people have? I don't understand what people
Because
had
she
something to
did,
say.
to me, she didn't do justice to it. Like I've seen Christina Aguilera do a great job at certain songs when she was younger, but maybe that particular day she just wasn't. She just is off. Like she was 2 notes.
I don't know if she was
two
off.
keys under. She was low.
Nah, I just think she was just. This is to our engineer, man. Really, no pun intended, man. She was just really white.
To
about
Ian,
it.
right? Inside joke.
She was really white.
She was just really white about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, it's funny because
And listen, because when Whitney does a song out of that soulful way she did that song,
Right.
for you to take it back down, it's hard.
Could you
can't-
play a clip of Whitney starting that?
Yeah. It's like when Whitney said the bar here,
But Jennifer Hudson has done it really good before. Like if you saw Jennifer
That's what I'm
Hudson,
saying. I said we need somebody who's going to give it some oomph and
soul.
stuff. Yeah, it's just
Some
got to
soul.
be. Yeah.
But Christina Aguilera used to be able to do it. I mean, I don't know what happened.
I said this. Christina Aguilera has a great voice.
She has
can
one of
sing.
the greatest voices
She can
of all
sing.
time, I think. So she was like I said,
See,
she
I
was
felt,
off.
I felt like she should have been a bigger star than Britney Spears. Like Britney Spears, I guess she could sing that style of music that she sings.
Actually, I think she was a bigger star than
no,
Britney Spears.
no,
Britney-
Britney is queen, Joe.
Britney is closing down Vegas and stuff. So
Britney
like,
is like
she's like on Janet Jackson level.
And I'm trying to
for-
figure out how did Britney get so big?
because she can dance. So this is
Justin Timberlake.
This is the
You
actual
all look
Whitney
like you're
singer,
having
right?
a ball. Because this evening is about kids
Yeah,
and music.
We can
We can move on.
I
We
just
can
have
talk
to
through our
say
spine.
It's just a
But she-
requirement.
We're gonna listen to it.
You know,
But
it's
Whitney,
all about love.
Whitney is soul
And to me,
and she pop.
Music
And so I guess
and
that's why
love
they was trying to bring
are the same
Christina
thing to
Aguilera
me,
to
you
it.
know?
Yeah,
So,
but see,
and if our kids grow up with music in their
that's
lives,
soul, man.
then there is no question
You say that's soul.
that there will
Yeah, you
always,
can't go
always be
back.
love, y'all. All right?
See that melody got a certain
Right. You say this. You would never have a voice like that again. And Whitney would never have that voice again.
Of course not.
So she added all that. But we can actually move on. We can move on. Yo, Whitney. Rest in
classic.
peace, Whitney.
All right,
Classic.
so Whitney just kind of grabbed me a little bit right there. So I'm like,
I saw you.
maybe she needs to be celebrated, honored.
You didn't think so?
Listen, Whitney was great. I knew Whitney songs when I was young. You know what I'm saying? The first record she put out, bomb. I'm just saying, she was off. She was off the radar for so long on those drugs, man. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, she lost her voice and
they
all.
did the
but
movie tour. You know, we shouted out to her, the big funeral. You know what I'm saying?
What movie? The movie. They haven't did a really good justice movie for her yet.
The one they did, they did a movie.
It wasn't good though. It's still they have not
Wasn't
did a
good? Okay,
really
well.
good movie for it. Everything was the last movie they did was based upon Bobby Brown's point of view. They try to make him look like an angel. So the real good Whitney movie had
Probably
Kid
was
Rock.
an angel compared to her. They said.
See, I don't believe that. Anyway, shout out to Phaedra Parks. Y'all know who that is?
Yeah.
Phaedra Parks just landed $1 million modeling deal with
Really?
with
That's bogus.
Lane
right there.
Bryant.
oh,
Yes. Exactly.
I
With
can't-
who?
I'm
With
trying to think of
who?
the name of the I
She's
kinda-
only 5'1".
She 5'1", but she landed a model deal. It was some company. I forgot. I think I
God.
can't think about it.
They were
I
desperate.
posted on that.
Why would they give? Why would they give Phaedra Parks $1 million to model anything?
Fat to death modeling
look
agency.
Yeah, baby fat.
PHAT.
Baby fat.
Do y'all actually don't think Phaedra Parks is
Fat
fine?
to death.
Not $1
D.
million? Heck no. I would never give her $1 million. I won't give her $1 million. Oh my God.
It's called Wilhelmina Models.
Wow.
Wilhelmina.
She got them.
She
Whoever her rep is, they went in there and told them people all kinds of lies.
she's gonna sell. She's gonna sell for them because she does everything she did. So, and since we coming from that, let's go down to reality shows. Love and Hip Hop New York is on right now, and Black Media Twitter is really killing it. They have like an all new cast. None of the new people is there. None of the old people like who
yeah.
made the show. Like my man who was married.
Peter Gunz?
Peter Gunz is no longer on there. So people are like, why are we watching this? And
Yeah,
So
I
Peter Gunz is not on there. What about him and his love
Rich,
triangle?
Rich is there, but Rich is stupid on the show. He was never really a big.
I was
So is DJ South there and still?
No. Only they. It's pretty much only person there now is Rich, and now and she's back from last season. With the big girl that's the rapper now that's been
Remy
fighting
Ma?
Remy Ma. So she's back from last season. But other than that, it's all new cast, and to me, it's the worst one ever. I think this is the last season for Love and Hip Hop New York.
I mean, it's like, first of all,
Nah, it's gonna be some new people.
They're going to get like these random people who are trying to be artists and whatnot. I don't know the concept. The only angle they could have is just drama, right?
Yeah,
Just
they
sit
fighting.
and
They
argue.
just fighting for no reason at all. It's just
nah,
stupid.
It's terrible.
Only real Love and Hip Hop now that's gonna last is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, because Stevie J and all them, they just seem to make it. They just know. They just have that.
So if Stevie J left, would it make it?
No, it need that show.
I heard that Jocelyn. Speaking of them, Jocelyn was holding their baby back from seeing him because she was mad at Cardi B winning.
Wow.
What,
What do he got? What
was
did
she
Stevie
was
J
she
gotta do with
nominated?
Well, no, Jocelyn just mad that Cardi B is getting all the love she's getting, and I guess because
Oh, 'cause
Stevie J
she-
is giving her props, she's like letting him see.
Because
their
the
son.
Puerto Rican princess is not winning.
She's not winning. And she did a diss track, and they said it was garbage. Charlamagne said fart all over that.
He said Fardo.
Yeah, fart all over that.
Well, my thing is, she's okay. She's just good TV. She's not a good rapper. You know what I mean?
Exactly. She probably would do better. She did like her that her island music. Her, you know what I'm saying?
She's from Puerto Rico.
So I'm saying if she did that music, she probably would win. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
Yeah, because that community would support her more, and we probably would get into that music a little more because it's Jocelyn.
Because I love Jocelyn, by the way. We met her.
She has a
Friend of the
very
show.
compelling personality. Like she makes you like her, like or want to be around her to see what she's gonna do. Like,
She's another K. Michelle for me. I love K. Michelle the same way.
oh, K. Michelle's a mess.
You think so?
Yeah, anybody get their butt blown up that big and then try to get it taken out? Like, what are you doing?
Wow.
You need some direction in your life, K. Michelle.
Shout out to Jeffrey.
You trying to
Banks
give it to
again.
her?
Hey, come holler at the pastor.
But also speaking of Love and Hip Hop New York, Little
I
Mo
got
is
you.
Little Mo is on that show too, which I think she's
oh my
making a
God!
fool of herself.
Hey, shout out to Lil Mo's whole family, man. I know her father, man.
Well, Little Mo is making a fool out of herself on that show.
But I want to say this. Did you see how she messed her face up?
Little Mo,
Yeah, she don't look like herself anymore.
I never really paid attention to her. She looked the same as I am.
Hey, can we get a picture of Little Mo 2017? Because Lil Mo had a big nose and everything. She could sing and all that, but I think she like a totally different person, man.
Little Mo, they talked about her like right now. Her whole storyline now is her new husband cheating on her.
Really?
I'm like,
She's like in her 8th husband.
right?
No, it's probably the third.
No.
We're gonna look that up.
And then the first husband, they broke up because they had a threesome, and he continued to mess with the girl, but she
Right.
brought the girl in the house. I'm like, how can you?
Yeah.
And then the guy, her husband was a minister, right?
Yeah, because
No
her
offense.
father's a pastor.
No offense, pastor.
And her husband was a minister, man.
So they bringing threesomes? That's how they do?
Man, let me tell you something. Lord is my shepherd.
Ah!
You know what I want. Okay, so this is 2017. Mo?
She looks beautiful.
That looks more like her, but maybe it's the lashes.
She looks beautiful.
Her
think-
lips.
I was just really
Something
happy.
looks
I
different about
I
her.
love Lil Mo as an artist, but she was terrible on that when she did the morning show here in DC.
Oh, she got the boot.
She was just whining and angry like Dave. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then she was so controlling.
Really?
She just whined so.
That was a
but
good
I'm
picture,
not gonna,
though.
I'm
You
not gonna hurt
saved it.
nobody. But I think Lil Mo is hot. I saw her sing
Maybe it's because she's older now.
her gospel song. I saw her sing that live at the Bobby Jones retirement thing. She did a good job.
Now, let me tell you
Definitely
something.
a great voice.
Just one quick observation, and that is, I think Little Mo's voice could be on the same level as Fantasia's.
Yes.
But it's like not getting the right exposure. That's the difference. Like it's like somebody's not more talented than you, but did they get different breaks?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Fantasia got a lot of exposure, got around different producers. Mo was kind of trying to grind it up from the side, and it's like she really could sing, and it had the chance to perform more. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think Lil Mo's whole situation is she went about things the wrong way. Like she started out with what's that? Murder Inc? Was it Murder Inc?
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of like
They
thought she.
crashed and burned.
Well, they crashed, but even during while they were, she thought she was
She-
bigger than them. She had like this whole diva attitude, you know, and
Before she was there.
Before she was there, and so
Exactly.
and they were like, you know what, you ain't that serious.
You ain't
know?
put enough hits out.
Right.
Yeah,
so they were
absolutely.
like deuces, you know.
Yeah.
And so I think that message. My thing is, if you notice when people be humble, because that's why y'all talk about my girl Beyonce. That's how she's huge as she is, because she's very humble.
Yeah, she's on her third husband.
Oh yeah, so Jeffrey Banks just said that too. He said she's on her third husband with 8 kids between them.
First one was what was his name? Al Stone. Then Philip Bryant. He was the gospel singer.
Philip Bryan is Philip Bryan he's remarried now.
Okay.
That's a second. That's he
second.
remarried. So he married the girl that they had the threesome with.
Did he?
That's what I'm assuming, because that's why they
Nah,
broke
I'm
up.
not gonna say him and his wife. Shout out to them. They online. They my friends.
Oh well,
They're your friends. You ain't gonna tell their business.
I mean, I didn't know. I don't know if she was the girl or not.
And you the one who did this ceremony.
well, can you get him on the show so we can know the whole
Philip Bryan
breakdown?
get the real.
Right.
Because look, he's doing a lot. He's coming. He's got a production company. He's got a couple of gospel artists. They coming up. They will be glad to come on the show.
Bring him on. Bring him on.
But
Do
you
they
just wanna,
drink?
you like Wendy Williams. You just want to get around
I want to know why him
Mo.
and Mo broke up, because Little Mo told the story.
This
Lil
dude gonna
Mo
be
said-
sitting up here in the Statue of Liberty concert fainting too.
Like where was the
Now, who is this? The woman that the threesome?
Yeah.
'Cause you know that's what Lil Mo said. They broke up. He continued to see the woman,
right?
But that's crazy because Lil Mo ended up married a month later. So she probably was messing with
But
this
she
guy.
said she straight
No,
got
she didn't marry a month later. She married like a year later.
so they're probably it's still a problem. That's
That
a
was still
problem,
kinda
people.
early. That's-
Yeah, you don't do
Well,
that.
the thing about it is right.
And also,
People don't usually end up getting over the person because they don't really do the necessary things to get over a person.
hey, let me tell you something. Can I be honest real quick?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think, man, being in this room for the past show, I have a little contact.
Did you be saying that online?
No. I didn't do anything. I just walked in the room.
Wow. Yeah.
Just a little bit. I mean, listen.
Shout out to what's the name of the show again?
District Dabbers.
District Dabbers.
Y'all check them out. They do their show
wow.
completely.
Talking Terps.
And it's like full of smoke when we walk in here. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
they actually smoke weed for a
doing
show.
that show. Well, we actually, you don't drink, but we drank during our show. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not a knock to their show.
So drinking and smoking, all in one show.
One is a little more natural. Yo.
Well, we had some. What is this? Grapes, right? In our vodka, right?
But moving on real quick so we get to the hot topic before we have to go to our love, sex, and relationship segment. Meek Mills is back. Yo, this is crazy.
Okay.
Y'all been hearing his judge found out that this judge was a failed actress. She actually worked in a flick called "Tell My Mother I Love Her."
That's a porno or something.
No, this is
like
this is a movie that went straight to.
sound like a bad
It went straight
porno.
to DVD back in 1993, and
That has one
apparently,
good scene in it.
apparently she has this whole vendetta against like the whole entertainment thing. So that's why she went in hard on him. So now
They're creating that narrative, but they also said that she did ask him to like support, I guess, a charity her and
She
her
did.
girlfriend have or something like that.
and he was like,
He
you know,
he didn't do it.
So she got mad.
She's
And
like, oh,
so
okay,
there's a
really?
lot of stuff that because a lot of people say that
They said she's under investigation. I do know that.
It is. So
And what's coming out is that, and I think this is probably true, and all those judges take all those liberties. And that's the thing. You got to know that going in, if you take public office or whatever, there's going to be a lot of favors that are illegal and not right, not ethically right for you. But you just got to know if you take advantage of them that it's possible that you could get got.
Right.
And I think as a judge, she was taking advantage of the fact that Meek Mill was, in her courtroom, and she could say things to him and direct it to him and send him messages and all that. You know what I'm saying? And they finding out that secretly she wanted to be a star. Or
Well, the thing about it is, all this may be true, right?
I think she has some personal vendettas.
And that may be true.
And I don't think
but,
she wanted
but,
to be a star, though.
But the thing about it is he know he got to be on pins and needles if he know all this stuff in the first place.
Oh yeah, no, he definitely put himself in a situation.
Yeah, you're right.
So we can cry all about what's going on.
His main mission should have been, man, I'm getting off parole.
Yes.
Because they kept extending it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like those last 5 or 6 years was extended time from other little dumb stuff.
Yeah.
So once that
That's
happened,
what she said. She said you pretty much been saying fuck the courts. I'm gonna do what I want. And so she
Right.
was like, well, not today, motherfucker. Not today. You gonna learn.
You gonna learn today.
yeah. and they said they put. And I heard they had him in solitary confinement, but they let him out in the
Right.
general population
Because he said that he would go crazy in solitary confinement.
Well,
That's probably tough, man. It's tough being locked up. I know solitary confinement's got to be punishment.
but shout out to Meek Mills. He still do a lot in his community. He's still hosting his annual turkey giveaway where he gives over 2,000 turkeys away.
He's still doing it.
How
doing it.
is he doing that?
They got to come to jail to get that. Maybe Nicki's gonna run it. I don't know.
His crew gonna pull it off, whatever.
Yeah, it's cool. But from my understanding, he does a lot for his community.
Well, here's the part that intrigues me the most. I mean, the good part about it is I heard that they're looking, trying to get him a reprieve. So they're going to probably get somebody to review his case and they investigate the judge. That's all great and nice. The thing I'm most curious about, though, is I wonder how do you set your money up and who do you put over to run your money? Because, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to put if you got millions, do you want to put your family over it? Or do you want to put somebody that you can legally hold responsible for?
You want somebody that you can legally hold responsible for it
versus the family, because
versus the family. They look. You have money, right?
Yeah.
And you've been giving them money, right? And you still supporting them. They ain't did nothing with the money you gave them. So how you expect them to do with all your money?
But do you think Meek Mills really have money? Is he like?
Oh yeah.
He like Nicki money?
I mean,
No.
nowadays you make a lot more.
You can put out what he's worth. I'm gonna guess Meek Mill's probably worth
$4 million.
$3 million.
Yeah, somewhere between that and 7. I was
Oh,
gonna say
$3 million. I was close.
3 million?
Yeah, that's not
Okay.
bad.
Yeah, he's a $3 millionaire.
Hey, that's a lot more than a lot of other people got.
I got $3, motherfucker. I got 3 for that $3 million. But
You still paying that number? That's why.
right, hit it twice. But anyway, closing up on a sad note. Of course, today our girl yesterday Della Reese passed away, and
Shout out to Della Reese, man.
And she's known for Touched by an Angel. She really brought that. That was one of her biggest things. But my thing is that woman could cuss.
Hey, we should have had my guy. We should have. I'm about to call him Ian again, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, but can you pull up the scene from Harlem Nights, Della Reese Harlem? It'll get us blocked, but never mind. But anyway,
That's right.
So, but I can play it out.
Even if we pull it up on YouTube.
Oh.
YouTube won't let you play YouTube. Okay.
So, but of course, my favorite memory of her is Harlem Nights.
Yeah, and after that, she did Touched by an Angel.
Touched by an Angel. But Harlem Nights, and she was even a minister when she did Harlem Nights too. So that was kind of. But y'all ministers can cuss. Y'all can cuss.
The way she's.
But you know what? I hate to say that. My mother's listening. Hope she's listening. My mother used to cuss like that. And Della Reese can cuss.
And you know what? You gonna get cussed out as soon as the
I
show.
know. So the show. We over time. But I was like, she reminded me so much of my mother.
Really?
My mother doing that
Your
whole
mother looks
movement.
so sweet.
She's a sweetheart, but my mother don't play with my mother. She'll tell Jesus to step aside in a minute and cuss you. Oh, she don't play.
Okay.
Joyce Simmons don't play.
Shout out, Mom.
Mama T
T.
don't play. Mama T don't play.
Mama T.
And, but Della Reese, my favorite. Like I said, was that whole thing when she was like, "I want to know what it is." My twin brother can do that scene perfect. Kiss my ass quick. She was funny. Anyway,
Do you remember her from A Thin Line Between Love and Hate?
I remember. Yeah, she was the mother, and that. And she ain't really cuss, but she was funny.
Oh man, guess what? That movie, I was loving Regina
King.
in that movie, but she just doesn't give me that feel no more. Like that movie was it. After that,
I think Regina King.
see, I'm dating them in my mind in those moments.
Regina King. She don't. She plays the girl next door. She
But
don't
you know
play
what? She's probably the flyest girlfriend you could ever have.
She
though.
probably so cool.
Because she's not a super beauty queen, so she's not bougie like that. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna be on certain levels. You know what I'm saying? because she don't get looked at like that.
Right.
But she's probably one of the dopest girlfriends to have. She's probably smart, cool.
Well, I know it. I saw the episode of her. I don't know if y'all look at Andy Cohen. His show, he come on. Look what happened. Anyway, her and Jackie, Jack K was on it. They were drunk and they were
Jackie
hilarious.
Harry.
Jack K.
Jackie
Y'all,
Harry,
y'all need to check that out. If you get a chance, YouTube that and just YouTube that
Regina
interview.
Hall.
They got drunk and they cut everybody up.
Regina Hall or Regina King?
Regina King
King.
and because Regina King played on 227 with
Yeah,
Jack K.
okay, yeah.
As the so they was on that show and that was just like the best episode of Look What Happened Live.
Sandra.
Yes.
Marla Gibbs died.
No, she's still living.
Is she?
Sure? I just found out that
She died because she was the housekeeper on the Jeffersons, right?
George Jefferson died and Weezy is dead. I
What's
do
up with
that.
Marla?
I don't think she's still living.
Marla Gibbs still alive.
Is she still alive?
She's 86, still alive.
She's still alive.
Wow.
Still kicking.
She was old back then too.
Marla Gibbs, man, she's a great actress.
She is awesome. Anyway, salute. Mama goes to Della Reese. We love you. Salute. You go. We say this is good. How you gonna got my mouth already some orange juice and put it back in the with a swallow. That was funny. That was my part. Also, the father from the Cosby Show died. Everybody know that.
Yes.
No, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, he died.
You know the
Yes.
father, not not Bill.
Yeah.
But
His father.
His father from the show, he died.
Wow.
I didn't. When I looked at his credits, I wish I had them printed, but I left him that part. He had so much. She said no. He had so much credits behind him, Broadway and a lot of different stuff.
Earl Hyman, that's
Earl
his
Hyman.
name.
He done so much. I didn't know. I was like, all I know him from is the Cosby Show, but he done so much in his lifetime.
You know who also died
Who?
that nobody's really talking about? Charles Manson.
Oh yeah, Charles Manson died too.
That's
Which
right.
was inedible. What's the word I want to say?
Inevitable.
Inevitable.
It's for all of us. It is.
Yeah, he was 86, man. That was a good age, though, right?
Yeah.
86, man. How would you want to be, at least, if you could say God, if you could give God a year?
All depends. It
How
all
would you want to
depends.
get? How your health going to be?
Yeah. On my
What
health.
if you say you can't control all that, but how old do you want to go? How far do you want to go?
If I'm in good health, am I in decent health, and I can still get around?
Let's say you're in C minus health. So you're C minus.
Am I walking still?
You can walk with some help.
No,
Short distances.
if I can walk with some help, let me go soon because I can do the things I want to do.
But what do you want to do at 85?
It's still more traveling.
What do you want to do?
I'm
Go to the
probably-
mall?
Probably so.
You
Walk
never
around.
buy no clothes.
You said after 95?
85.
85.
I want to live at least 90. 100 would be great.
Be honest.
100 would be great.
Only
reason why-
listen, 100 is really a bad number, right? When you're 100, you're just by yourself.
No, you're not.
You
You got all these young people.
Yeah, but you don't even know these people.
Look at Hugh Hefner.
Your kids are dead.
Mike this way. Oh.
Your kids are dead at 100. Like Jade's gone. Jade's kids
she's
are
still-
old and senior citizens. They can't even help you. And you're 100.
She gonna live to be 100 too.
Her kids are like, why don't the old man go ahead and go?
Because I'm not leaving y'all with nothing. You're not getting anything. I will be the last man standing.
But you know what? I would love to live to be 100, but if I died at, let's say 70, I probably have done everything I needed to do.
Yeah, I'm saying God,
65, 70.
I'm gonna say 70.
He died at 83.
I feel like I'm being greedy if I say 80. So I'm gonna say 75.
But you know
No.
what? But I have a beautiful,
75?
I have
I'm at least got to be at least 110,
you
115.
funny.
Seriously.
You're not gonna do that. You got diabetes already.
No, I don't.
But
Well, I'm saying
But
this.
You
know
got
what?
diabetes.
you know what? I have a beautiful, beautiful stepmother, and she's proud of her age, so I'm gonna say it. My stepmother is 10 years older than my father. So
Okay.
she's in her 70s, but she looked like she's in her 30s.
Really?
So I can't imagine if she died.
I ain't gonna say she looked like she in her
I mean, not
30s.
30s, at least her late 40s, early 50s, maybe 10,
50s. She looked like
50.
she in the 50s.
She don't look 70 at all.
No, she don't. Definitely
She's
don't.
very beautiful.
And she doesn't. She's
She
very
doesn't act
active.
like it. Me and her, we go out dancing. That's my dancing partner. We party together.
Okay.
So-
So, and you know what? To think about it, like my mother is like 65, right? 65, 66. So she's gonna be like 70 soon. That's not really old.
Thank
That's
you.
what I'm
That's why I
saying.
said
That's what I was
75 is
thinking.
not old.
So I
As I
can't-
said, 110, 115.
I can't
Look,
imagine.
My mother just turned 71.
Let me tell you something.
My father is about
Your
to turn.
mother's very vibrant at 71. She's still partying and driving.
Yeah, she ain't never liked to drive since she was 31. I think she don't get a license till she was like in her 30s. But
Right. Sure.
But no, she still drives.
Okay.
She still gets out. She still travels. She just came back from Africa.
Here's the thing. Everybody, I don't care who you are. When you hit 90, you look very feeble. You look frail. You look like
Nah,
like,
my grandfather's 95.
But if you hit him, he don't look like if you hit him, you're gonna break.
Look, my grandfather's 95. He still lives
Shout
in New
out
York.
to granddad.
Right? He still lives in New York. He's
smoking
not
drink
in the
every day?
best. No, he doesn't smoke. He doesn't drink.
No
He's
weed.
not in the best health, but he still gets up, gets on his scooter, and takes himself to the doctors whenever he has to go to the doctor appointment.
Wow.
At 95,
At 95,
he rides a scooter.
rides a scooter.
So that means
He
his
goes
mind-
to the grocery
His
store.
mind is still sharp.
Yeah, he still
That's
can
great.
do. He still can do everything that you need him to do at 95.
He just can't do it as fast, right?
Yeah, he can't do it as
And
fast.
can't take certain risks.
And he can't do it a whole lot of walking as much as he used to, but he can walk around and you give him
In
his,
general.
And yeah.
Exactly.
So
that's
he-
nice.
yeah.
Shout out to your grandfather at 95. That's awesome, yo. If you can get around in this world at 95, think about how your mind's got to think. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at stuff, you're like, man.
Well, I know.
watching-
Yeah, I done lived to
Changed
see
5
you so
times.
much.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. I'm 40 now, and my legs be hurt. I'm like, oh Lord, I gotta get up. So I'm hoping I make
Nick,
it.
you 50. What you talking about? Shout out you 40. Don't lie now.
I'm 40.
Well,
I'm not
they
even
said-
40
they
yet. I'll be
said
40 in January.
Your actual age is different than the age of your heart or the age of your, you know what I'm saying, your
Is
heart.
your heart is older.
That's you listening to the we again, huh? You been on
He's
the
so
we.
angry. He's so angry. Pastor, what are we gonna talk about when we come back?
We're gonna cover a segment that we didn't get to cover
Last week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 'cause y'all was talking.
How
too
to
much.
move on after you've experienced a major breakup.
How to move on after you experience a major breakup. Give us
Ladies
yes.
Major
And
breakup.
men.
and men, because some of y'all men, y'all act like ladies out there.
Bitch ass
Can't move on
Can't
after
can't let go.
you can't let go. Just LIG it. Just let it go.
Let it go.
Shout out
You
to
better hit the Teddy P up and say, think I better let it go.
shout out to Big Country. Anyway, give us a call at 202-656-1BAR.
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Listen vision. Listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Welcome back to WLVS Radio. You're tuned into the open bar. Salud. We're sitting here drinking on the Golden Shower, made with our choice of all white liquors, along with a splash of tonic and pineapple juice. Definitely great drink. I'm feeling it.
I feel like I've been peed on.
Hey.
It works.
It works. Yo, before we go to our love, sex, and relationship segment, I saw the funniest video. I don't know if it was real or not. Your boy Tyrese is crazy. Have y'all seen the video where he kidnapped Michael Blackson?
Michael Blackson. I heard about it.
Oh, my God.
But they said it. Actually did an investigation on it, but it was fake.
But they said that the police actually came to Tyrese's house.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Blackson played it so well. He looked like he was really
Being kidnapped.
being kidnapped. If we are we able to play that, Isaac? Sorry.
And
Are we able to
Marshall?
play the Tyrese Gibson kidnapped Michael Blackson video? Will we get in trouble for doing that?
No,
But
it's private.
it is hilarious, and it was kind of needed because because it kind of showed that Tyrese is making fun of his whole situation. So
No, Tyrese did it or Michael Blackson did it?
No, Tyrese
did it, and he posted
Michael
on his.
Blackson?
It was Michael Blackson. But first you couldn't tell who it was, kidnapped. Then you'll see it. Here it is, right here.
Shit is real funny till it gets serious. This is what happens when niggas ain't from here.
We still okay. Cool.
This is what happens when niggas ain't from here and they think shit funny.
This is hilarious.
shit
I'm telling
working.
y'all.
Is this shit working?
He is so retarded. I hope this
Oregon meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. Transformers. Transformers. Oregon meets the eye. Transformers.
He can get some extra work out of him.
And look at Tyrese eating oodles and noodles. How cool is that? Oh my god.
From days of long ago, from uncharted regions of the universe, comes a legend. The legend of Voltron, defender of the universe.
But apparently,
A mighty robot, loved by good, feared by evil. As Voltron's legend grew, peace settled across the galaxy.
But it was hilarious. You have to watch the whole one on at your leisure time. But
Now, it's interesting, man. Michael Blackson, it was funniest ever, man, when he was like,
You funny mother sucker.
He said, Tyrese, listen, you have disappointed. You set the whole black, you set the whole dark skin movement back 40 years. He said, I called a couple of brothers up. I talked to Akon, Wesley Snipes.
see, and that's the reason why Tyrese got mad, because he the one who did.
He said, we decided we're going to trade you for Steph Curry and Drake. He said, we're going to trade you for Steph Curry and Drake. And, man, that was hilarious, man. But Tyrese did laugh at it. He thought it was funny, too. He
did. And, well, but I admit, when I first saw this video, I thought it was real. I was like, Tyrese is really going crazy. Because after watching that, I said, what more do you want from me? I thought he was crazy. So I thought he kidnapped him. For real. So I'm like, when I was watching this, I said, is this real? So I'm looking at it. I guess I am Rose. I'm blonde. Because I literally thought it was real.
Right.
I literally thought it was real. I ain't gonna lie.
No, but shout out to Tyrese, man. I hope that he finds a way. Shout out to Michael Blackson, because doing that skit with him is helping people normalize with Tyrese again. Like maybe he's not so off.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
He helping him, by doing that with him.
I never
That's
took
helping
him as being off. I thought he was just being, emotionally attached to the situation, with his daughter. What do you expect? But
You that way with your daughters?
They leave.
Hey,
hey, make sure you don't come back.
My baby, my daughter tells me
use my number if you need something.
My daughter tells me I'm a little way overprotective of her, and the people think I go too far.
That's why she don't try to come over my house.
She doesn't like me anymore. I'm so hurt. We used to be so close.
Now that she's older,
she doesn't like me. She doesn't call me.
She's in college. She's like,
something.
she gotta. That's her really, basically.
She's getting her Malia on.
She's
literally, we know that for sure.
Definitely.
Birth motherfucking control, motherfucker.
But basically, she's just basically embracing her independence, and all kids do that.
Well, you know what? I admit this week is when I first just came to grips. I said, you know what? I can't.
You've
do
been
it no
saying
more.
that for the past 4 years.
I mean it now. I mean it.
You gonna let her loose?
Not that I'm gonna let her loose. I'm just gonna be a little less more like, because I was calling her every day. Did you do your homework? Did you do this?
How are you calling somebody who's in college? Say,
because
did you do your homework?
Okay, y'all call me Rose from there, and my daughter is Rose.
And she said,
so I'm just saying.
First of all, you asked her, did she do her homework? She said, yes. Okay.
Right.
What did you do? I don't know, but I did it.
Right. Homework. I worked from home. Yeah, I did. I love my baby. Shout out to my baby.
I was supposed to go to class today. Right. Oh, they didn't say anything. No one called home.
I'm officially washing my hands. I'll be like,
that's
okay.
good, man. You should give her some space and let her find a way.
I'm officially doing
to
it.
even fall and bump her head.
Like she even just called me just now and told me to. I was like, come on, you figure that out.
No, my thing is this, and this is like a learning lesson, and no one is a genius on parenting because everybody's doing it through trial and error because no one's kid is the same. But you got to kind of like let them fall and, let them get their bruises and bumps.
Absolutely.
And if they need help getting back up, let them, help them get back up. But if you keep catching them before they fall,
Right.
they're never going to know what's going on.
And I've come to grips with that. I'm like, whatever decision she make now is going to be on her hands.
Yeah, all you can do is back up as much as you can, but
Right.
she gonna have to really pay for it.
So I'm learning. I'm learning to be a little less more.
Less more.
I mean, a
little more or less.
little more or less. From between the
You
contact
can't be more or
and the
less
liquor.
or less more. You can't be.
Are you done or you finished? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So PDO, my favorite segment, love, sex, relationship. What's good?
Now you want to change the subject.
I mean, I want to give him his.
No,
I want to
no.
give him his time. We didn't do that last week. We kept talking.
Absolutely, man. So the focus on last week would have been on how do you move on after a big breakup, like engaged breakup, like been together for over 5 years, deeply connected with each other. You know what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden it abruptly ends, either through something really dramatic or traumatic, or sometimes people just really do grow apart,
Right.
and grow differently. You know what I'm saying? Most people, their social health is deeply affected by their relationships.
True.
Because we all really winging it, for real. You know what
Wow,
I'm
it's
saying?
deep.
Relationships, it's so funny for them to be so important to our lives, but we always winging it. So my thing is, let's talk about a couple of things that you could have as a focus if you at the altar and it falls apart, or you guys have already told everybody you're getting married and you then did the open public proposal and everything, and everybody's liking the video, but then y'all say we're not getting married. It's hard, right? It's hard to go back once you done told everybody you're gonna do it. Oh, you started buying stuff, whatever it is. It's hard to go back. It's hard to admit it. Sometimes it's hard to admit when people seen y'all together so long to like, I don't even know you apart from her, or So, how do you move on after experiencing a breakup like that?
Wow.
Have you ever been with somebody like deeply connected to and broke up, and you never thought it was gonna happen?
Not that I never thought it was gonna happen, but I was kind
You
of glad it
did
was
think,
happening.
you did think it was.
No,
gonna
I
happen.
was ready for it to be over, but I'm just saying I was just,
After the 18th or 19th
I'm not going to talk
year.
about who it was. I don't want to give too much information. I don't want to disrespect them because we finally at a good place in our life.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good.
But
look.
I'm just saying. But I was glad it was over.
I had a girlfriend for 5 years, and I didn't want it to be over, but we were young, and I don't think we could figure it out being together so young.
Right.
But I never knew how it would end, but ultimately it did end, and I felt like at some point I was inflicting too much pain on her.
Oh wow.
Not because I was being,
You were an adult.
reckless with her. Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. But it was more so she just was ready to go somewhere I wasn't ready to go. But even when I was trying to go, it was like she was nerve-wracking with me trying to go. So it was kind of like, So it didn't really work out. But I get calls all the time, right, of women who have broke up with somebody and they're devastated. And they're like, that was so much of their world, so much of their flow.
And that's one thing that I
It feels
always
so disrupted.
I try to preach to my daughter, and I try to preach to all my friends that you can't put somebody else in charge of your happiness, and that's when things go crazy. When you put all your life skills, like that's your only friend. You only go to movies with this person. You only do this person. You only do that with them. Then when it stops, you be like, well, what am I gonna do now?
You're completely lost,
Right.
and that's the
So you can't do
devastation
that.
because you're like, I don't even know how to function outside of that person. Like,
And then when somebody start dating somebody and they cut off their friends, they cut off their boys, and they all spend all their time.
Usually, I don't ever really see from a man's perspective, my male friends cutting you off.
They do it.
They cut you back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they
Well,
more or less sneak away. Okay,
Well,
like when they get in a relationship,
Right.
they sneak away. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think we cut. I think it's different from when women do.
Yeah,
I
because
think when
women
we do,
cut them
women
off.
cut
They'll
just
find the
all about their
stupidest
man.
excuse.
Yeah.
They say, Oh man, she broke my nail and she didn't want to pay for it.
Right.
I can't be friends with her no more. And they've been friends since like
They
second
kinda
grade.
Well, I think
Right?
I think what
And-
men do. I think what men do. What we do is like, let's say, men, you got a regular basketball. We play basketball every Thursday.
Yeah.
And then that shit stops. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And then you be like, yo, this is something that we've been doing. Or for my birthday, we usually go to Vegas. Now, because you with this girl, you can't go with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
no,
then you
no,
like,
we not going to Vegas this year. We going to Cancun
Right.
because now
That's what
she gonna know
Right.
when you going to Vegas. If I say I'm going to Vegas with my boys, she know I'm going with you. So I gotta
switch-
say I'm going to Cancun.
You got to
now.
switch it up on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, you said it perfectly. You know, it's kind of putting somebody in charge of your happiness,
Right.
or leaving it, you know, kind of recklessly out in the open like that. When you really got to guard your heart, and even being vulnerable. And see, what people don't always know is that you can be. What wisdom does is wisdom allows you to be vulnerable, but still protected.
Right.
I want to say protected rather than guarded, because guarded doesn't allow you to be vulnerable. You want to be vulnerable with the person you're in a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? You want them to know where your buttons are, and you want to show certain emotions with the person that you're with. You know, so that's important for the relationship to really work. But at the same time, I don't feel like being vulnerable means that you can't be protected.
Right.
Meaning that you can't use wise practices, and that's why you're talking about, you know, not putting your happiness under their control.
Right.
And so what I'm talking about today, how to move forward after that, is kind of even if you did put somebody in charge of your happiness, right?
Right.
And you feel devastated, you feel lost. I'm gonna give you 3 things I think will help you
Get back to yourself?
Well, exercise wisdom in moving on from that point, because that's what you're trying to do is get yourself back together and move on, right? So you need a couple of things. The first thing is
For a man, you just need another woman to get up under.
See, we tend to use that as the perfect, you know. But the first thing you got to do is you have to be a humble fighter.
Wow.
A humble fighter.
So humble fighter.
Now, a humble fighter is a person who admits it didn't work or admits what went wrong. They don't try to blame the other person or whatever. They just take their responsibility. But a humble fighter, they accept that it failed, whatever it was. They you know, they're not. You know, most people break up. They try to go to angry mode or it wasn't their fault mode. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Blame you for everything, or I'm just angry because you made me so pissed. That's why it didn't work.
Right.
Rather than saying, we just failed, it didn't work, you know, and accept, because sometimes you have to say this stuff to people who y'all acted like y'all, because some people are shocked. They're like, y'all was just together,
Right.
doing fine on a vacation, celebrating birthdays.
And you know that's me. I always say the wrong thing. Y'all broke up? No, y'all. I'm
Because
loud.
when y'all just online having a birthday celebration.
Dog, I just saw y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
he does say the wrong thing at the right time.
I've broke up plenty of marriages and relationships, and not on purpose.
we're
Like,
just
I be
saying
like,
something, huh?
Because that's that Betty White.
I can even remember. I can remember back when I was in elementary school.
Rose.
Let me tell y'all this story, and I'm embarrassed to say. And I had no idea what I was talking about. So my uncle and my aunt were married. They were young marriage. My uncle and they were young married, like 21, 22. My uncle ended up taking this young lady out to the prom. And he came to our house, left from the prom or whatever. So they were out there arguing. And so my aunt at the time, she was like, you went to the prom, you took this girl out, whatever. And me not knowing what's going on, we talking. So she talking to me. She said, so were you here last night? Yeah, I saw they got to the nice car. And I was like, my uncle was like, what are you doing? I was never so hurt. And so I'm like, what are you talking about? She asked me. And I'm like, so that's stuff I do.
No, I get it. I think.
So I didn't mean to.
Listen, the idea is that you'll be surprised at how many couples are faking it even though they're unhappy, or they're both feeling those feelings that it should be over, but they're still like kicking it together, still, you know, going through the motions.
But I think if you at that point, there's still a hope Because I like.
I don't think it, and I think it's already over with.
You think so?
I don't think that there's no
Yeah,
hope.
I mean, you both know that it should be done.
It's at its time. It's reached its point,
And not just-
and everything has an expiration date, and that's including your relationship.
But it's not just that though. I think that's also a sign of some weakness on both parts because you got to have courage to, when you know it, just do it. You know what I'm saying? I posted that the other day. The secret to life is to do what you know you have to do, even if it kills you. Even if it kills you, you got to still do what you know you need to do. I know we need to move on.
But sometimes, even in a breakup, I think people act upon emotion. Like, just you get mad about one little thing and you ready to break up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that depends. That depends on the situation, on the relationship.
But I think the relationships I'm really keying in on are relationships that have really put a lot of time and energy in and spent a lot of investment is there, and it's over abruptly because someone cheats or someone domestically assaults someone or something like that, right?
But see, like he just said, right? What did you just say? What did you just say?
I said a lot. I'm drunk.
No, I'm just saying. You just said they did something wrong, something simple.
Yeah, they act upon emotion, and then people would be like,
yeah, okay, so they did something real simple.
I'm not gonna lie, even in
you burned up the macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving.
I'm out.
That means that you was
I'm
already
mad
out.
too. If you fuck
I mean,
that's a breakup. That's a breakup. I'm sorry. That's a breakup.
Hey, I'm just saying but typically the relationships that really devastate you, you are kind of blindsided by whatever it is, but it's not so much that you've prolonged it, and sometimes you have. I mean, sometimes you have. There are people like said there are faking it and so forth and whatnot because they're trying to make it. Because of the investment you put into it, you don't want to just throw it away. So you're both holding on to it. You know you should let it go. But this is the idea. Once it's over, you're left, right?
Right.
So first thing is you got to be the humble fighter, right? The humble fighter is the one who is willing to admit their role in it, admit that it didn't work, that it failed, but also show that they have the courage and the strength to get up. I'm going to be all right though, because this is the first step to watch this. Not only having a being emotionally healthy, but it also is the first step to being attractive to the thing or the next thing that's coming your way. And not that you should be looking for the next person, but just saying that it's just totally unattractive to be broke all the way down. Like people will have pity on you, but they won't be attracted to you.
Wow.
When you're just broken.
Yeah.
But you can be broken and be strong, be a fighter. So it's be a humble fighter. So you say it didn't work, I'm hurt. The humble person says, I'm really hurt behind it. Like, it messed me up. I'm really thrown by this, and I'm taking time to get over it. But I'm going to be all right at the same time.
And it's funny you said that because I can totally agree with that because I've been on both parts of that spectrum, I want to say.
Both sides, yeah.
And I would say that because, like, let's say I've broke up with somebody, and I when we broke up, I didn't want it to be over, so I begged and pleaded, and that just pushed them further away.
Absolutely.
Then I've been in a situation where I broke up with somebody and they was like, why? And I was like, oh God, stop calling me or whatever we doing. My thing is, but then I've been in a situation where I just let it be and we got back together. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, okay, it is what it is. I'm not going to call.
So there's some attraction there if you're a fighter, even if you are humbled at the moment. You know what I'm saying? A wounded fighter. A soldier who's wounded, he's not has lost his courage. He's still a good fighter, but he may be not able to fight at that time. So
come on.
It's about being honest. So the first thing you got to do is be the humble fighter. And then
the humble fighter.
Humble fighter.
So that's what I was saying. My situation I was saying. Are you saying when I'm breaking it down in layman terms. Mm-hmm. So if you break up with somebody, don't be there. Please, take me back. You can't do that.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be just devastated in front of anybody.
So you want to tell them, hey, I love you. I miss you. Let's take some space. I give you some space.
But and the humble fighter says, I asked them to come back. They didn't come back, and I'm hurt. The humble fighter says, I'm hurt, and it failed, but I'm going to be all right. So it's like you're a fighter, but you are admitting where you at in the situation.
You have something to say?
I don't have nothing to say.
Well, why are you airing?
Because
what?
So from the humble fighter, though, the next thing is that you have to prepare for re-entry.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
With a condom? Oh, I'm sorry. What are we talking?
No, prepare yourself to re-enter a different a state
lifestyle,
a state in your life. Because if you've been with somebody for 3 years and y'all really been together, always kind of together and doing things together, sharing everything, it's different when you're not with somebody all of a sudden and you're back in the single game. You're back.
True.
You know, people will talk to you. You have your statements. I'm seeing somebody. I'm engaged with something. You know, but when you just out in the open, how do you respond? So it's preparing yourself for reentry is really now regrouping. I think the first thing you got to do in preparing yourself to re-enter is you need to take inventory. Whether you did that relationship add to me more, or did it take away from me more?
Wow.
Most people don't do any kind of assessment after they go through a relationship and say, I was better because of that relationship. Even though it didn't work out, it added more to me than it took away from me.
Well, it should. Every relationship that that you're in, whether good or bad, you should take something away from it. You should take a lesson.
You can turn everything into a lesson, but I'm just saying, taking inventory is about just you really understanding to what amount of value it actually brought, or what's because some guys that they were totally in love with, and they say their love blinded them. When they come out of it and they really sober up and they get some fresh air and they see for where they say this dude was horrible, he was toxic, like he brought nothing good to my life at all.
I've done that, and I've seen somebody, and I'd be like, "What the hell was I thinking?"
Yeah, like they brought nothing to me. Which makes you smarter about going back into the whole dating pool and re-engaging with new people, because you know now what you're looking for more. You know what you're not looking for, and you understand what things really mean, even though they may look shined up. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, especially women, when they immediately after you break up with somebody, you start dating somebody else instead of taking time out to take
inventory on whether it was a plus or minus to you. I think also preparing yourself for re-entry is also about you getting reacquainted with your own personal passions and your own gifts, right?
Right.
Like what do I do well? You know, before like you just said, when you start dating certain people, you cut all your friends off. Sometimes you stop even doing the things that you love doing because you're trying to do stuff that.
Come on now, come on.
You know what I'm saying?
You better preach.
So you got to get reacquainted with, man, what made me happy? What am I good at? What are my hobbies? You know, where are the people? You know, so prepare yourself to re-enter into a different state of, you know what I'm saying, your life. I think that's super important. It's a lot more I could say about that, but just for time's sake, I'm gonna move on to the third one. The third one is honor what you had while you're letting it go.
Honor what you have while you're letting it go.
Honor what you had while letting it go. So that after you take an inventory, you might say that person, man, they didn't bring SHIT to me. You know what I'm saying? They really they were a leech. They robbed me of everything. And I feel like I got taken. You know what I'm saying? My money, my credit, my name, all this stuff got wound up with them, and they brought nothing to me. But there was something that you liked about this person. There was a place where y'all connected at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying at the end of it, you don't want to leave at the end of it being bitter.
Right.
No, but do you think a lot of relationships, though, are just out of convenience?
Well, sure they are. Sure they are. Most of them are.
Wow.
Because most people end up dating not the person that they want. They date the person that bumped into them. Most people end up dating the person that just happened to meet that night at a friend's house, whatever, and we get engaged, and we have. And when I say engaged, I don't mean like married engaged. I mean we get connected. We start hanging together. You learn my family, I learn your family. We hang out. We have a baby, and now we're tied all the way down this road somewhere. And it's like,
so that's the,
and we just bumped into each other. You know what I'm saying?
That's truth to that statement. If you can't love the one you want, love the one you with. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that?
I definitely wouldn't say that. But I think okay. But what I am saying is that you don't want to leave bitter.
Oh.
So whatever the relationship was, good, bad, or ugly, honor it. Whatever was good. Say, you know what, that was my girl. Even like you said, you look at the girl like, what was I doing with her? Huh?
I said I got a contact. I'm sorry. I'm like,
yeah, exactly right. Same thing.
I am tore up. But go ahead.
I feel
I'm
you,
sorry.
right?
Go right ahead.
I feel you.
I am really like need some Doritos. Shout out to what's the show again?
District
Dabbers. Love you. I love you. Oh my God. Anyway, go ahead, PDO. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Because if you just sitting there breathing,
you're right. I'm like,
look, you gotta go to work tomorrow and take a drug test.
Shout out if y'all watching this tomorrow. I will have the same outfit on at work. I am going to lay right now. I'm telling the truth. I'm wearing this to work. But go ahead, PDO. I'm sorry.
You know, the idea is not to be bitter. So you honor what you did love about it, what it was good about it. And in other words, don't walk away just tearing down the person you're with, even though it might have been their fault. Right? You don't need to tear them down. They don't need. It doesn't need to be ugly. Why remember all of the bitter, bad, ugly parts of the relationship? And let's say that was my guy, me and Sharita, or me and Jamal were together. It didn't work out. You know what I'm saying?
Not Jamal.
Jamal and Sharita, yeah. And so, or Quincy and Ellen. That's what I'm saying.
Or Isaac.
But you honor it, but you can let it go.
Right.
So you're not bitter, because I think bitterness is a seed for unforgiveness. And if you can be bitter about something, you can then carry it and clutch and hold on to it. And then what it does is it weights you down.
You know, I think I've been like the most open in this show, telling all my experiences.
Right.
But so isn't it like the best thing when you actually see like your ex with somebody else and you don't care? Isn't that like the most?
That's a very refreshing feeling.
Most refreshing feeling ever. Like,
Yeah.
I thought it was just me.
Tell me, just check this out. No, that's awesome. That's an awesome feeling.
You know, me personally.
Oh Lord, you never care. You always the one that hurting people.
No. Me personally, it's this song, right? I am high.
I'm high as a kite. Forgive me, Mama. I really don't smoke. It's really a contact.
I knew it wasn't me.
I ain't been high.
I knew it wasn't me.
Okay.
Y'all trying to
like I feel like I got hair. I'm doing this.
Do you remember? I think it was like 2000.
You see me do that. If y'all saw me do this, I'm telling you, it wasn't. It's not. Go ahead.
I think it was like 2000, 2001, something like that. A long time ago, we went to Bike Week, and it was this one song, Brian McKnight. You remember Brian McKnight? Used to be my girl.
Yeah.
That's. It puts a smile on my face.
Oh wow.
When she used to be mine.
No,
and I'm like, I don't need to be with you no more.
When you know you let her go for the reasons you didn't really want her, like you but you know what the trip is? The trip is, you ever seen a girl that you didn't really want, right? And she's gone. But your mind wants to play a dumb game, right? And like, why don't you just go get her? Why don't you say something? You're like, why are you doing that?
I've done that.
No.
It's like
my
your split personality.
I've done that. I've done that before.
My thing is this, right?
I don't even really want her, but like.
But go get her anyway. Go tease her anyways, right?
My thing is this. When the dude he know that y'all been together, right? Mm-hmm. He know y'all broke up, and he just try to be more possessive. He all up on her and everything like that. And I'm like, dude, you ain't gotta get her back from me.
Because if you
had her.
And
I had that situation on a cruise that I went on before.
Look at this.
I was like, yo, I'm cool.
But look at this though.
Been there, done that.
What's so crazy about that is you sometimes. Like I said, sometimes you have like this double, this split personality, right?
Right.
And it's like your shadow. I would call it your shadow. Your shadow wants to just tease and just pick her back out, get her attention, right? But you don't really want her. As long as she's with another dude, it's like you want to tease her and see if you can get her back. But if he left her and she was free, you'll be like, ew.
I don't want her.
You wouldn't even want to talk to her.
I don't want you.
You just want to play with your shadow. Just want to play with it.
Y'all can call me Rose all y'all want or dummy, because I've done that before. I've literally flirted with somebody because they were with somebody, and then when they broke up, I was like, oh, I don't know you.
Absolutely.
It was just cool.
Absolutely.
Well, wow.
I mean, and that's your shadow, and so you have everybody has to resist that. I mean,
right.
Those are the places in our souls that want to play games with other people's lives and stuff like that. So.
Not that I do it intentionally to play with somebody else's
No, it's not
life.
about. It's not about being intentional, but it's subconscious. It is you still doing it. It's not somebody else doing it. It's still you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I take full responsibility.
Yeah, but what do they call it? Well, it's Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. There's different ways you can
You want to give us your closing statement? We only got 1 minute left, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So just remember that. You know what I'm saying? Be the humble fighter. Prepare yourself for re-entry, and then ultimately, honor what you had while you're letting it go.
Yo,
when you're high and someone tells you prepare yourself for re-entry,
all you think about
is sound right.
You might be like, Houston, are we clear? What?
Yo, shout out to what's the show again? District Danvers.
District Danvers.
District Danvers. Thank you so much for today's secondhand smoke situation. We like really done. Anyway, I had a great show.
We didn't even have a smoke break.
We didn't have a smoke break. Yo, we had a great show. Shout out to Chitty. Sorry
Countryman, shout out to
country.
you, man.
He out
Country,
there.
he in the country.
He in the country.
He on his way to the country, should I say? You know, he had to wake up the mule tonight to get on the road.
The sheep and woke him up.
And shout out to our engineer, man.
Engineer
Say his
Jacob.
name again, Jacob. Jay.
Shout out to Ian.
Ian.
Inside joke, people.
Yo, the best. And shout out to the owner of the Big Crew, Boom himself, the man. You listen, I know he's listening.
Salute.
Just salute to you. Yo, thank you so much. See you guys next Tuesday. Happy Thanksgiving. Salute.